Hello my dear friends, hope all of you are doing well. So in the last video we have learned about the concept of Lorentz force and the force on a current carrying wire in the presence of the magnetic field. We have seen that the magnetic force on a current carrying wire is perpendicular to both the magnetic field and also with the wire. So today we will start our discussion to see the motion of a charged particle in the presence of a magnetic field and wants to see the trajectory of the particle. So let's start. So today's topic is motion of a charged particle in an uniform magnetic field. So the force on a charged particle due to an electric field is directed, we can see it is directed parallel to the electric field, whereas in case of the presence of the magnetic field, the force is perpendicular to the magnetic field vector. The force also depends on the velocity of the particle. So we can see the magnetic force F magnetic is equal to Q times B cross B. So it is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity and it is both acting perpendicular to the velocity and the magnetic field. And as we all see that the electric field does work on the particle, but the magnetic field does not. Now the matter of question is that what path does the particle will follow. The simplest case will be when the charged particle moves perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field. So I mean the angle between the velocity and the magnetic field will be 90 degree. If the field in a vacuum, the magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of the travel, then the magnetic field is the dominant factor determining the motion. So when we consider the situation in vacuum, the magnetic field is the dominant factor determining the motion and the particle follows the curved path forming a complete cycle. So the particle will follow the curved path or it will exhibit the circular motion. And also the particle's kinetic energy and the speed remains constant, as we all know that the magnetic field does not do any kind of work. So we can say that the direction of the motion is affected, not the speed. While making circular motion, the magnetic force supplies the centripetal force. So the centripetal force, what it will be, Fc is equal to mv square by r, because the magnetic force will be equal to the centripetal force in the equilibrium condition while the charged particle is moving circularly, and magnetic field is equal to Fb is equal to Q times V cross B. So when V is perpendicular to B, we can write that the magnetic force is equal to QVB because the theta is 90 degrees, sin 90 degrees is equal to 1. So we can write that in equilibrium Fc is equal to Fb, that I mean the centripetal force is equal to the magnetic force. So if I just equate this to mv square by r is equal to QVB, we'll get the radius of the curvature, that is r is equal to mv by bq. So where r is the radius of the curvature of the particle of mass m and the charge q. The time period for the charged particle to go around the circular path, what it will be, t is equal to 2 pi r by v is equal to 2 pi by v, I put the value of the r from here, that is mv by bq, it means 2 pi m by bq. And also the frequency, what it will be, f is equal to 1 by t, the reverse of this one, so it means bq by 2 pi m, and this is called the cyclotron frequency. Now we will see in a special case where the velocity is not perpendicular to b, I mean the velocity is making an angle of theta with the magnetic field. So now if the velocity is not perpendicular to the magnetic field, there will be two components of the velocity, one parallel to the magnetic field, that is b parallel, that is b cos theta, that is the magnitude of v times cosine theta, I mean theta is this angle, and the v perpendicular, the magnetic field, the direction, the perpendicular component of the velocity to the magnetic field, what it will be, v sin theta. So where theta is the angle between v and the b. So the effect of this will be that due to the component of the v perpendicular v sin theta, so this component, a magnetic force will act on the charged particle and it will rotate the particle in a circular motion. In parallel, so this component will rotate the particle in a circular motion, I mean the charged particle, and this component v cos theta, in parallel it will move due to this component v cos theta, the particle will move in constant motion in the direction of the magnetic field. So due to the component v sin theta, the particle will rotate circularly, and due to the component v cosine theta, the particle will move in constant motion along the direction of the magnetic field. So this produces a helical motion, which is a superposition of both the straight line and the circular motion. So helical motion, it means it is a superposition. So you can see from the figure, the particle will go ahead and moving every time the circular motion. So the circular motion, I am repeating again, so the circular motion is due to the component of the v which is perpendicular to magnetic field, that is the v sin theta, and the constant motion, due to that the particle will move ahead along the x direction, here it is indicating here. So the component of the velocity will be v cosine theta. So now the quantity, the pitch of the helical motion, it is defined as the horizontal distance between the two consecutive circles, the resulting motion is the helical. So the pitch is the horizontal distance between the two consecutive circles. So this circle and this circle, so how much the distance between them, the horizontal distance, it is called the pitch. So pitch is defined as the v cos theta, that is the component of the velocity parallel to the magnetic field times the t. I mean t is the time period. So now sometimes it may also happen that the magnetic field increases in the direction of the motion of the charged particle. The field will exert a force to slow the charges and even reverse the direction of the charged particle, and this is called the magnetic mirror. So the magnetic mirror, when the magnetic field changes in magnitude, it can slow the charges and reverse the direction also of the charges. So my friends, I am concluding my today's discussion here. If you are new in this channel, please do like, share and subscribe us, and make your valuable comments in the comment section of this video. Stay tuned and keep supporting Invisible Threads. Thank you.